Do you want to talk about doing drugs?
Sure. What do you want to know about it?
You did drugs?
I have.
What's the best drug?
That I've done ecstasy.
What'd you do on X? Were you fucking?
Oh, yeah.
Were you dancing?
People say that when you fuck on X, nothing else compares. What do you think about that?
Were you lumberjacking?
I feel like that's some made up shit. That's
To a
some
degree.
radio
I mean,
shit.
I have some pretty fucking outstanding sex. So, like, not like, okay, sober. I have some pretty outstanding sex. Like, so to compare that, you can laugh all you want, man. Marco. You can laugh all you want.
Well, you know that's what we're getting into next, right?
That's why I don't give a shit.
We're here with Kelly Schmidt.
Kelly Jingleheimer Schmidt.
His name is my name too.
Whenever I go out, people always shout, "Damn it, Uncle Touchy!"
Shit. Made it 3 seconds.
Hey, that could be B-roll footage or A+ roll footage.
Yeah.
A+.
So, a good friend, Kelly. Known you a few years.
2017.
You're a wise middle-aged man.
Something like that.
Definitely middle-aged.
Yeah.
Definitely middle-aged.
Likes to ride bikes, build stuff out of wire.
Yep.
And
Kelly of Creative Strands.
Pass on advice to our nation's youth.
I try.
Yeah.
What do you think about our
It's
nation's
hard.
youth?
They are, dude, they're so doomed. They really are. I'm not gonna lie. Half of them don't want to deal with problems. They don't like confrontation.
No, definitely
They're
not.
doomed.
A lot of anxiety and
Comforting.
Yeah. Wrapped up in their little tinfoil blankets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like little burritos.
I feel like they're all just like really lazy as a generalization.
I
And
would say
entitled.
to agree. Definitely. Very entitled.
That's like maybe that's the biggest one is the sense of entitlement.
Oh yeah. Because they don't want to do anything.
Fuck
But they think
no.
but they think they deserve everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
I'd bring that a hair closer to your face. Or just,
Yeah, baby.
That's good. Get that
Put it in
crispy
my mouth.
audio.
Crispy.
Yeah, they're so fucked.
I want to start by talking about our friend Jason.
Ooh,
we
let's open that can of worms
we
for
haven't
those
really
of y'all that
discussed it.
do not know.
Yeah.
You'll notice I have an
Burr, 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 burr.
RIP sign up there.
Oh, Jason's free. Okay.
Yeah.
So, before we spill the beans, what do you think? Did he do it?
I've been told he did.
Yeah. I think it's pretty settled at this point.
I've been told he did by multiple people outside of the state.
Outside of the
Wow.
state.
Yeah.
Who knew him outside of the state?
That he had talking to.
Oh. Yeah, that he admitted to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
for those of you guys that don't know, we're talking about our buddy that he was a cop.
He was
and
a cop.
he was on a youth program. He's actually a cop around the shop. You know him, super cool guy,
Cherryville cop.
avid vapor.
Yep.
And he was like one of the teachers basically in a youth explorers program,
the
they
Explorer
called it.
program, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and there
Good
was
guy.
some exploring going
Insert
on.
Like in
joke.
all reality, he was a good guy.
He was.
He was always
I really
good to
liked
us.
him.
over sexualized, perhaps. But
Yeah, he was always good to
Each his own,
us.
you know?
And as a Cherryville cop, he always looked out for us. He would camp out in our parking lot. Now I kind of wonder what he was doing.
When I first met him, I met him at like 10:30 at night, close to 11 o'clock at night, right outside the mall to give him the mod he made me to fix. Like, super cool dude,
Yeah.
you know?
So he had a part-time gig where he built boxes, like vape boxes. It's called Riot Box Mods.
it was actually really successful in
Yeah.
the underground scheme of
Yeah.
things.
Oh,
yeah, he got like some
Some
kind
pretty
of
serious social
national-
media traction. Definitely well known in the local vape community. He would fix
even like
other
nationally,
boxes
he was
with us.
selling
Nationally,
boxes
yep.
across
Even
the
internationally,
nation and
dude.
overseas.
Yeah.
I remember he told me one time someone hit him up from Saudi Arabia to get a solid gold box.
Yep.
So
That
this
was not that long ago.
yeah,
Maybe 6 to 8 months ago.
something like that.
Yeah.
And he was pretty successful at it, and he was basically like I forget what it's called, but basically a teacher in the Young Explorers or Youth Explorers program. So he had 16, 17, I think 18-year-olds under his wing, and he would teach them the ropes of how to be a cop. And they would like do ride-alongs with him and follow him along, and he'd explain the whole process to them. And I don't know how we found out about it. I think we just saw
He went to jail.
Yeah, we just saw the mugshot.
Yeah,
I seen the mugshot and
So,
he was in jail.
Yeah, he went to jail, and then he got out, and we're like, yo, bro, what's up with that? And
Yeah.
he was very oppositional on it, you know,
Do you remember what the charges
saying
were?
that the state was fucking
It wasn't sexual assault, but something.
I forget specifically what it was.
I
Something.
bet
to do
if I
with,
Google it, it'll come up in 3 seconds. if I
yeah,
Google
something to
his
do with
fucking
diddling
name.
kids.
I mean, I could tell you specifically.
Yeah.
What it is. I just gotta look it up.
Oh yeah,
I can get it in the court record.
Let's see.
Yeah. There was plenty of news articles on it.
Rockford Register Star on February 10th, 2020.
And
says
we worked with him. He had what he called a riot squad, and it was basically like he sponsored some vapors and would give them
criminal
discounted.
sexual assault.
That's what it is. Criminal sexual assault is what he went in for. Yeah, he's got a pretty ugly mugshot.
Which is shitty because it's not like, I wouldn't say it was sexual assault. Because when all this shit first happened, she said it was consensual.
Yeah,
Now,
basically.
I'm not condoning it by any means.
Yeah, he ended up having consensual sex with the 17-year-old in his program, and basically it's statutory rape.
Right.
And it was also worse because he was like an authority figure to her. It wasn't just
And they
a
shunned him for
17-year-old.
it. They shunned him for it for sure. Because I think I was like 24. I had sex with a 17-year-old.
Cut. No.
But she turned 18 in a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's
And
what
her
I
mom
think
was.
this
Her
chick
mom was completely okay with it. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was drinking heavily.
See, that's where it's a tough one, you know. I see all these people nowadays, and more now than ever. I mean, it's just nuts, dude. People fucking hate pedophiles, and you know, my initial instinct is power to them. But then I hear about these types of situations, and it makes me almost like rethink what it really means to be a pedophile. Because having sex with a 17-year-old chick does not compare to having sex with a 10-year-old chick.
Not at all.
It's like an entirely separate action, almost. I mean, like because, dude, we were all 17. When you're 17, you know how to fuck, okay?
Right.
There's not a single fucking 17-year-old in America that isn't mentally disabled or some shit that doesn't know how to fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
Or one.
The trick is there has to be a line somewhere, and that line's 18, and he knew the law, should have known the law better than anyone almost. Being a police officer.
Oh, for sure. I'm not
And,
excusing what he did.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's I agree, but then there has to be a line somewhere. So if it's not 18, then is it 17? Is it 16? And
but that's
the law says 18, you know?
But that's in the law. The law says consent. If it's consensual, it's fine. But it was.
But in order for that,
he
you need like
was a
parental
cop.
consent too, I believe.
I don't know. Anything over 16, I think. If it's consensual, it's okay.
I think it's 17.
In Illinois.
17, I believe. I think 17 is the age of consent in Illinois.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then there's also like an age gap. I think it's like if they're 17 and you're, I'm just gonna make up a number, 25 and younger, that's fine. But if it's like a 17 and a 30-year-old, I believe that's illegal.
Right. So I'm not sure on the law. I stopped messing with 17-year-olds a long time ago.
Right. Power to you.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
End up like Jason.
No.
My new thing is 20-year-olds, man.
They're hard to escape from.
Bruh, they're like bitches that are 20. They just have like they can't do anything.
Right.
They can't go out to bars or buy alcohol or even buy tobacco products or marijuana products, and they're just like out there trying to like prove themselves in some way, shape, or form.
Right, and if you're over 21, you're like a golden ticket.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So what was so like what took us aback was we were on this riot squad team, and he would build the boxes, Kelly would build the coils, creative strands, and I'd provide vape juice or other devices, and they would all get the riot squad would get discounts for it. And so we were pretty close with Jason, and then we also subleased to him at an office space that we had, so he was building boxes in one of our spots in our space.
And I should say, in the over a year's time that he was there was never any issues, anything. He was a super great tenant,
straight
no
tenant.
complaints at all.
Yep.
He's literally a good dude.
Yeah, but also he denied it. Anytime that we would broach the subject for me and Kelly, he would deny ever having done it. He says he was being completely set up, that it was her word against his, and that he never touched her or did anything with her.
Yeah. What he told me is that the police chief had it out for him because he had markings on him.
Yeah, and he always would reference, I'm going to counter sue the state and all this other type of stuff.
Yeah, he said there was dirty prosecutors.
Pretty much implicitly impose that he was innocent of it without him actually being like, there's no way I ever did that, And we even asked him to get on the show, dude. We're like, hey, we'll put your message out there, but, he was tied up with the court. Too much heat, and let's face it, man, he was probably on the wrong side of the law.
Good possibility.
I'm going to say it's a 99% chance.
If other people out of state are telling me he did it,
he probably
did it. I don't think someone would just brag about it if they didn't do it. I mean, I sure in the heck wouldn't say I, banged a 17-year-old if I didn't do it.
No, it wouldn't be the Explorers program without that.
Yeah.
He did it. It's hard to say anything for certain.
And what do you mean
days,
by did it though? What did he actually do?
He had sex with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kelly? Consensual
sex? I honestly
sex?
believe it was consensually.
See, I kind of thought like maybe he touched your pussy, but never actually had sex with her. But I guess that doesn't really matter.
He touched her pussy. She's 17. Oh, she's probably 18 now. Never mind. You could say
Oh,
pussy.
she's like
pussy, marijuana.
Yeah, that happened like 3 years ago, so she's probably about 20.
Yeah,
something like that.
Which means she's in the strike zone for your boy.
Yeah, but so after that, so she came out with that thing saying that it was consensual. She didn't want him to get in trouble. Yada yada yada. It was her friend that turned him in. And then now she's got like PTSD. She can't see a police car without freaking out. She can't see a cop. She can't see an officer. She can't see a crime scene. She cannot see anything without having a panic attack, anxiety attack. She's mentally fucked. Like,
most recently, he's been fighting this, these court proceedings, and then finally, Judgment Day came. He pled guilty, and he's now
He's in the pen for 10.
Yeah.
Well, but currently he's in jail.
He's in jail, and
he's in Winnebago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's still in Winnebago.
And
so what's going on with him now?
Well, he's got court in the next couple of weeks, I believe. The 20th.
For what?
He's appealing it.
Last I heard that he was trying to get out on medical leave or whatever it's called.
Right, and he does have medical issues. He's got kidney failure, and a list of Crohn's disease. He's got a list of things. They're not giving him his medication in jail.
Yeah, but I haven't heard anything about him. Trying to prove his innocence. He pled guilty to it.
Well, he pled guilty, and then they appealed it right after, and that's what the court records say. Because I obviously I didn't go to the court date because it was through the TV or whatever it was, but he appealed it to get some more time to prove his innocence.
I think he's just trying to get out on medical right now.
Right now he is, yeah.
Okay.
But he is appealing it. Like they're trying to appeal the whole thing. I don't know.
My
the
opinion, he's
process on that,
just
but-
trying to buy time and be out, be in the free world as long as possible.
Oh
But
yeah,
he's
when
gonna
you're in
end
that
up there.
situation, you
He's
got to
got a
do
kid on the
anything you
way.
can.
Yeah, he's got a kid on the
You
way.
know, like
And
Doesn't he have a bunch of kids already? Like 2 or 3?
I don't know how many
Or-
he has, but his
he's got a few
fiance
kids.
has some.
Yeah,
Yeah. And now he's supposed to
and he couldn't
serve-
see them during the intermediate time from the charge and the trial, if I recall, right?
Yeah,
or he wasn't supposed
see them,
to,
have
or
any contact
not
with
supposed
any of
to leave
them.
the state.
Right.
Yeah, he's supposed to serve 85% of 12 years. Is
Yep. That's what it says.
if it sticks, which I would bet that it will.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot of time.
But recently, when
It's a lot
when
of time
he-
for 1 diddle, or 3 diddles, or 4 diddles.
4, but he only got charged with 3, or 5, but he only got charged with 4. It's one of those.
So we got 2 freebies.
Yeah, he got a couple freebies.
Yeah, it was a 3 for 5.
Yeah,
Got it. Cool.
yeah. Maybe she was 18 at that point. Who knows?
Ah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I wasn't there, but one can only assume.
We're
another
gonna find
thing
this
that
chick.
another thing that makes him seem pretty guilty is that when he went in this most recent time, he deleted everything. Any
Dude, shut everything down.
anything Riot Box Mod related, the social medias. He apparently deleted all history of sales, all record of sales. So anyone who had purchased anything that was for warranty or the box still had to be made, all
Multiple
deleted.
boxes need to be made.
Yeah,
I'm
all
still getting
deleted.
messages from people. Hey, I fucking bought a box from Jason. He hasn't made it. I heard he was in jail. Like, what?
Yeah,
I heard you were
deleted the
helping us
group
out,
chats and then didn't reach out to Kelly or I.
Nope.
And that's as a friend or as business partners.
Yeah.
Didn't reach out to us to be like, hey, I'm going in. He
Nothing.
had a full
He had a
day,
damn near full day.
yeah, to reach out, and he
Yeah.
didn't. A lot of signs pointing to guilty, and he did us well and treated us well as friends, but also maybe that was just convenient for him. Because I can tell you that he had me write a letter of character, a character letter for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I never wrote one.
He
Never asked me. Did you write one?
That was a couple years ago. So obviously he wanted to be in good standing with me, and
Well, your last name holds a lot of weight around here.
yeah, and I think that's part of the reason that he was being misleading, and maybe he was just being nice to us and cool with us because he wanted us on his side.
Yeah, it could be. I personally think he was just a good guy. He really was a good guy. Like, the fact that he did that with you, I think he was just trying to use your name in the court system because your name holds a lot of weight there.
Yeah, but it also makes me look bad.
It does.
Now
it very much does.
I didn't in the letter. I didn't say I know that he didn't touch the kid.
Right.
But I,
it's just
talked
a
him
letter
up,
of good character,
saying
I
that he was a good
suppose.
guy, and I almost regret that now.
I think anyone in your position would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that it's a big deal. Not that it's ever gonna come back on me in any kind of bad way because it was just my opinion of him. But I stuck my neck out for him pretty much.
Yeah.
And then to find out that I've been lied to this whole time, it's pretty hurtful and shitty.
Yeah.
So I don't really have too many good things to say about him.
Yeah. Not now, right?
No. Never screwed us over, but there's at a certain point where you're standing up for your friend, and obviously I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Right.
Yeah, it
right.
just comes down to being a man enough to tell another man the fucking truth, dog.
And the
You
shit
did
part
it,
is,
just look me in the face and tell me you fucking did it.
right, and he had a bunch
we'll
of
have
people.
Fucking different conversation then.
Right, and he had a bunch of people riding with him saying that he didn't do it, this and that.
Like his wife or
in
whatever,
Saxby,
right? Yeah.
Fuck, that guy went to bat for him hardcore when he actually went to jail and was like, no, don't fucking say nothing. Don't he didn't do it, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
I can't
think
tell you
he's-
everything, but he didn't do it.
Certainly talented at being manipulative.
Right. Well, why's that guy dude from New York telling me he did do it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And we had another friend said that he had confided in him that he did do it, and it's just bad for us to find out years later that he'd been lying
It's
the
shitty.
whole time. Yeah.
dude, that's the one thing I hate in life. Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
care what it is. Do not lie to me.
And then as far as we've established that he's a manipulative person, and then that reflects on like the 17-year-old. You know, when we say that like 17 is like it was consensual. Sure, he manipulated her in ways, you know,
He had to.
And it's a 17-year-old mind. If he could lie to us and convince us, then he could, you know, easily do that to a 17-year-old. And that's where like the debate comes in: is like, is this person mentally capable to make their decisions? You know, make those kinds of decisions for themselves. In her case, probably not. You know, I don't know that she has PTSD from it, but she regrets it probably.
Dude, I'm sure she does because it brought her into the limelight.
Yeah.
But even then, like, so my thing was if it did happen, they went to hotels to do it. They did everything on Snapchat. This is what the little essay she wrote said.
On Snapchat?
On Rockford Scanner.
Oh.
On Rockford Scanner, the letter she sent in to them.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
That was like a bajillion pages long.
I never read that.
I've never.
Yeah. Oh, I read it.
I wasn't aware of it.
I wanted to read it
Fuck
just because I
yeah.
want to know what the fuck was going on.
I'd read it.
You know, it was pretty extensive, but so all their talkings happened on Snapchat. Okay, but you went to hotels. Where's the like the record of you being there? Who paid for it?
Yeah.
Probably.
Who paid for
Jason.
it? And I'm sure if you paid for it, there was cameras. Like, why weren't those produced?
Yeah, that was the weird thing, and that's why
That's why I was like, nah, he couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Because they'd have proof. He'd be at the hotel with her, you know,
it's
whatever.
A big reason
like
that we like held out for him for so long is that there does not seem to be any physical evidence. It did
Right.
seem to be her word against his.
yeah.
But you know,
How do you bone in a cop car? Like, that was one of the places they did it at, was in the cop car. What the fuck?
yeah.
How stupid can you get though, man? Like,
But even then, if they did it, isn't there cameras in there?
that's what I'm saying. There's got to be some.
Some sort of, like, person cam from the pillar, you know, the
Should
windshield.
be something, man. Even if it's not them straight boning, but like kissing or touching inappropriately.
So, what are the odds that you think she's gonna become a cop now?
Probably 0 to none. She's not. I think if she did, she'd be completely ridiculed, and then her whole case would be thrown out. I think Jason would get reparations from that. If he were to go to jail and do all that, well, in my eyes, dude, if that would happen to me, I better be getting some reparations. Like, you're gonna become a cop right after you tell the fucking city.
I showed you the
world-
ropes and you
Yeah.
threw me under the
like,
bus.
you got PTSD, but then 2 years later you become a cop, like
Maybe it's like a Batman situation where, like, you know,
vigilante.
well, like he's Batman because he fears bats the most, you know. So maybe she'd like absorb her fear and face it as a cop.
Probably not.
No, okay. Just throwing out the
Good
possibility.
thought, though. Good thought. Good thought.
Yeah.
Maybe Robin. She could be the cat. What's the Catwoman?
Catwoman, yeah.
Catwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah. She gets mauled by right? Doesn't she get mauled by a bunch of fucking cats and then?
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think. Well, I don't know, dude. I don't follow comics.
So what do you guys think about the potential sentence length? Do you think that that's overkill for consensual sex?
Yeah. Considering you get fucking pedophiles that get 8 years for raping some little girl, some 8-year-old little girl. You got fucking 12 years for consensual sex.
The only reason
What?
I'd say it might be
Seems
appropriate
excessive.
is that it's
What?
because was a police
He's a
officer,
cop.
authority figure, you know.
Yeah.
If it was just like her uncle, it'd be a different story. No, not
He'd
uncle.
probably got away with it.
Not uncle, but if it was like any other guy, you know, the sentence would be less, but he definitely got the hammer extra hard because he was an authority figure.
Yeah.
Right.
To me, I
There's something
feel
to
that it's excessive. I mean, 10 years is a very, very long time. But, yeah, I mean, you know, you got rapists walking off with minimal sentences.
Yeah, or those, like, was it that football star, that high school football or college football kid that raped that girl behind a dumpster?
Like, to
Like,
me, I don't give a
4
fuck.
years ago?
Brock.
I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck if it's Joe Schmo
He got a slap on the wrist.
or a police officer having consensual underage sex. Like, it doesn't really matter.
No,
to me.
you're a human.
right.
Where do
You're
you
a
guys
public
define
person.
underage? Like, where would you guys say it's an appropriate sentence? 16, 15 years old?
I would say, dude, honestly, like,
wait. Can you ask the question again?
So, like, you think, 10 or 12 years for a 17-year-old is excessive, him being a cop and all that. But what about, like, what if she was a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old? Like, where's that line?
I don't have the tier completely made up in my mind, but looking at the scale of the 17-year-old and the consensual sex especially, I mean, you're so close to being 18. When you're 17 years old, you can be tried as an adult. You can drive, like, you can be reprimanded as an adult. But, like, I don't know, you're just so close to being an adult that I feel that 10 years for consensual sex is excessive. Like, imagine if I would have had consensual sex at the age of 17 with, like, a 30-year-old chick. Like, guess what? Nobody would fucking care.
Right.
Nobody would give a shit.
Yeah. Because you're a guy.
Really though, like put yourself in his shoes. That was so stupid of him. Like,
Incredibly
goddamn,
dumb.
dude.
I'm not.
That's the one you
I'm
don't
not
touch.
defending what he did.
Come on.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I mean,
he knew full well,
Oh
like,
yeah.
Him being a cop, he knew full well.
Oh jeez, yeah.
He knew full well. I mean, like, I would never go back to being the age I was and do that again. You know? Just because I look at it now, I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean?
So when he
It was
gets out,
kinda
do you think
dumb.
they're gonna hook up again?
I don't know. I got no comment.
Wise.
No.
Don't answer that.
On the tier of like, is 12 years appropriate for what age? I would say 10-year-old or less. 12 should be a minimum.
12 years of age.
Yeah, if you're fucking
If you're
people
touching
that
someone
aren't even
under
a teenager, then you need to go to the pen for a long
If you're
time.
touching someone under, I mean, even 15.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you're touching someone, 12 should be the minimum.
Yeah. There's just like that point of view where it's like we were all fucking 15 and did stupid shit and they're going to regret it for the rest of their lives and they're more easily manipulated, like their brains really aren't fully developed.
Yeah.
Like there's that angle.
Especially a woman. And I don't want to be sexist or anything.
Women's brains are never fully developed.
But I mean, like they're more emotional. They're more emotional, so they attach themselves to those things.
The part I struggle with is the consensual part, though.
Yeah, I mean, if it's consensual, I would say 17, 18, or 17-year-old, if it's consensual, man, I don't understand.
The consensual logic doesn't really like sell me on it because there's literally 12-year-olds or 10-year-olds who've had consensual sex with adults. Like
I'm saying 17. Anything younger than that, there's no such way that anything should be consensual.
Yeah, I'm just saying that like just because it's consensual doesn't mean too much.
I mean, look, there's 16-year-olds that live on their own.
I still think that matters pretty significantly, in my opinion.
There's 16.
Yeah,
you're talking about
if it was not
you're talking
consensual,
about volunteering
it'd be a lot.
or being forced, and in my mind, that's an extreme difference.
Yeah, of course. But I'm also saying that like there's 10-year-olds that have had consensual sex.
Yeah,
with
I'm not
adults.
saying that 5-year-olds that have consent.
not
There's
just-
got to be some type of other evaluation. My actual proposition for it is that there should be some type of. It should be like getting a license to have sex. You get a license to drive a car. There's an evaluation that determines your performance, your mental psyche, so on and so forth. And I think that it should be the same way for sexual
The
relations.
sex test.
And then if you don't want to get your
You
sex
old enough
test,
to fuck?
well, then guess what? You can just wait till you're fucking 18.
Right, dude, they're teaching sex ed in first grade now?
I didn't know that. I wasn't aware.
It's pretty young. First, second grade.
That's young.
Like, why? Why are you teaching little kids shit like that? They don't need to know.
Maybe they do, man. I mean, with all
they
this
don't.
pedophile stuff going on, like, I'm serious, man. Like, a lot of parents they don't use words like penis and vagina with their kids, and I think that shit's fucked up, dude, because
Maybe
that's
something
how
like that, but
that's how
not-
they can get swindled under the rug
Right.
and just they think that the babysitter's like cool and just fucking like think that like they don't realize what's happening, you know?
Right. Yeah. To that effect, I agree. Some knowledge of that type of anatomy is needed for sure,
Absolutely.
just to keep themselves safe.
Right.
But
most of the reason that I think that his sentence is pretty justified is that he was an officer of the law and fully aware of the consequences.
"Quote unquote," he should have known better.
I don't know. To me, that doesn't really
should've.
matter. I don't give a fuck what you do for a living if you're talking about committing a crime. Personally,
Think it
Right,
matters.
but he should have been smarter. I mean, he knew what he was up against.
I
As
know,
a police
but
officer,
like everybody
he
knows that.
legally knew what he was up against. If I was a police officer and I knew what I was, I mean, hell, I'm not a police officer and I'm not trying to go to jail over nobody.
Fuck no.
You know what I mean? So I'll
all
probably
he had to do was not fuck her.
right.
I can damn
Right.
near guarantee
Don't
that
whip it
pussy
out.
was not worth it.
You got one job. Don't fuck her.
Yeah, you know,
Whoops.
damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
just don't touch her inappropriately.
So, but on top of that, this is kind of way off skew, but Colorado is a state that has the ability for a 10-year-old to walk around with topless. Did you know that? There's
No, I
no
didn't
law
know.
stopping a 10-year-old from walking around topless.
That is
From
hilarious.
10 years old up.
What's the law here?
10 up?
Yeah, 10 up.
So
10 years
So-
old. I think it's 10. It's either 10 or 9, something like that.
all right.
So,
I
but the
retract my
reason why is
statement. It's not hilarious.
You know the whole movement, where the girls are trying to show their nipples,
Yeah.
free the nipple,
Free the nipple.
free the nipple. So free the nipple was taken that congressional unit, which would be I think it's either 6 or 9 states, right, that make up that territory, taking them to court to get them to be able to walk around topless like guys do, right? So I believe the courts spent $300 thousand fighting all this, and they gave up.
So now in
So-
Colorado, chicks can walk around with their tits out.
Yes. There's either 6 or 9 different
And underage chicks can walk around
states.
with their tits
Underage.
out.
Yes. Yes.
Now that's fucked
Dude,
up.
when
though.
I found that out, I was flabbergasted.
What's the law here though? Like,
I don't know. I don't.
because like
It's probably considered public indecency.
no.
Yeah, yeah,
at
yeah.
any age.
So public nudity would be what it's considered as, right?
Well,
but out
there's,
there,
like 5-year-old girls walking around with their shirts off because
but
Yeah,
that's-
you probably
I
get a
mean,
pass until you're like 8 or whatever.
that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the
I
age
think
is.
that's, I think it's a
maybe.
little old. Like
Yeah.
they should be wearing a shirt or something.
Yeah. But I don't know the specific number.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, that's
I
a
don't
weird
I don't
one.
I don't like that type of situation.
Yeah,
So I try to stay away from that. Just because it's weird as fuck. Like I'm not trying to watch your little girl run around.
I mean,
naked.
go
Yeah,
Colorado
mhm.
for having the of age chicks with their tits out though. Like I'm fully
Yeah.
in support of that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, and I don't know. Like I want to say it's to 10. I believe it's to 10 years old, but it's right around there.
what do you guys think about? There's other countries that there is no age of consent, or it's like 14 or 12.
Well, I mean it's bad, but that's on their own deal.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say about that.
Old enough to bleed, old enough for the seed.
Ooh. That's how it is in like a lot of
What's
countries.
that old saying? What's that old saying? There's grass on the lawn, mow it.
Play ball.
Yeah, play ball. There it is.
Kelly's so working. He's like, mow that shit. Grass on the
Calm
lawn.
down, man.
Gotta get rid of it.
Back in the day, that's what they would tell him. I'm gonna plow you. I'm gonna go plow your wife. I'm gonna go plow this. You know,
I don't know,
Man,
man.
wood to chop
Chop it
Yeah.
up.
I can't identify with the social justice warrior movement, so I guess I don't really give a fuck. But I mean, there's definitely some legitimacy to underage people not having the mindset and being ready for decisions that are gonna potentially affect their lives, from having kids and so on and so forth.
right. But yet they want to make 16-year-olds able to vote.
Yeah, that's. I don't know about that.
That's not a good idea.
No.
Couldn't even drive when I was 16.
Honestly,
Right.
honestly though, I'm not gonna waste any time fighting that, because you know how many 16-year-olds would vote?
Probably not many.
Very few.
Yeah.
18-year-olds barely vote.
Well, I don't know. If they go to school,
The older you get, the more likely you are to vote.
I bet you if they go to school, the school would
Think
fucking
about the
bust
teachers
those.
indoctrinating kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, bust them over.
They would
Bruh,
bust them
bruh,
over.
We already got colleges doing that, man. It would hardly make a difference.
Yeah.
Well, not this year. They're sending in mail ballot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fucked.
yeah. That's horrible.
It's gonna be a lot of voter fraud this election.
I want to commit some voter fraud.
It's
more,
been
more
proven.
than average.
It's been proven.
Yeah.
Up in New York, North Carolina, I wanted to say.
How did Trump
Nothing
win
worked.
in the face of that, though? Do you think he just frauded his way to the top too? Did he go head to toe?
I'm sure he played dirty in some way.
What do you think, Kelly?
In the last election?
Yeah, 2016.
I don't know.
Do you
honestly
think
don't know
he
how he won.
out tangoed Hillary?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't
What do
know.
y'all think on the 2020? What do you think about Kamala Harris?
I don't know anything about her.
I don't know that much about her either,
I have nothing.
except what Ben Shapiro told me this morning.
What did he say? What did he say?
Oh, just a bunch of. I mean, he's so right wing, but he was saying that she was really nasty in the Brett Kavanaugh trials, which I guess is apparently true. She was actually against Joe Biden as a nominee, as far as I understand.
Yep.
And his rough takeaway, the media is trying to support her, and they're saying to her naysayers, "Oh, you just don't like her because she's a black woman," and it's like, get the fuck out of here, like.
She's Indian.
I don't give a
her
fuck
mother's
what
Indian,
what,
and then her dad,
she
I believe,
is
is
at all.
is African or something to that effect.
but
Like,
it's like I feel like it's just some Joe Biden clout. Like, oh yeah, check this out, I got a woman. Boom. What's up, Sleepy Joe with some tits? How we doing? Ready, America?
let me sniff your hair.
I got some hot tamales. Kamala Harris. What's up, baby? Where am I at?
Shit.
Hot tamales.
I think it's funny that I read about the Brett Kavanaugh thing today, slightly
with
Kamala or whatever. Camila.
Yeah.
Whenever I read her name, I think of Cabal from Mortal Kombat. Cabal.
I remember his other
Yeah.
points too that I should share, but
It's
continue.
like so. I read a little bit of that, but then I had to go back to work.
That's fair.
So I read it, and I'm thinking to myself, so this lady's gonna go with Sleepy Joe, like the dude that
after being a direct competitor with him,
right? But whilst he's holding little girls and smelling their hair,
well, what do you think he wants to do to her?
She's too old.
Yeah, she's too old.
Is Joe Biden married?
Dude,
I have never once
think
heard
he
of
is.
Joe Biden's wife or
I think he
husband
is.
or whatever.
But
he
any
is.
video I've ever seen him on, he's smelled and held little girls longer than he has any older woman.
Wow.
Smelled in hell.
Do you think he would get
Smelled
along
in
with
hell.
Jason?
I don't know.
No comment.
No comment on that. No comment. Jason like 17-year-old.
All right, yeah, that is much better than
It's consensual.
let Joe Biden be
sniffing on the 9-year-old.
Oh my God! Please excuse me. I'm getting a call from Curly Boy.
Yeah.
Tell us the story.
Which one?
A story of your youth.
I don't remember a lot of my youth. I really don't. I kind of pushed it out.
Yeah, you did drugs and stuff, right?
Well, I mean, I did, but not when I was younger. I started smoking at a young age.
Yeah.
I was in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
9 years old, yeah.
9 years old.
9 years old, started smoking.
Jesus. Weed?
Yeah, no, cigarettes.
Oh.
I'd steal them from my babysitter, you know?
She was a bad bitch.
She was old.
Mm. Yeah.
She was pretty old.
Did she ever catch you?
No. Never.
Damn.
She smoked Marlboro Lights.
You think she's finding out about it right now?
Probably not. She's probably dead.
Oh, jeez.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, she smoked a lot of cigarettes.
She probably
since then.
did. She probably had cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens
Yeah.
when you smoke.
How long did you smoke for then? 9 to...
I was 27.
When you started vaping?
Well, it was 2015 is when I started vaping.
Hmm.
So what was that? That was 5 years ago. So 29. I smoked until I was 29.
Hmm.
So 20 years.
Jeez.
Smoked for 20 years.
Sure,
yeah.
you weren't
And there was-
smoking consistently at 9.
No,
right?
I started
Back
consistently
in the day
smoking.
since 9 years
yeah.
old.
I started. No, we only did that like when we'd meet at the corner, me and my buddies, to walk to school.
Mm.
You know, I'd pull out the cigarettes. You know, we'd smoke.
Oh,
whatever.
you were the cool kid, huh?
Yeah. No, I was a fat kid.
But fat kid with cigarettes is still cool.
And then I think I consistently started smoking around 16, 17.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Look at you now.
So yeah. Yeah, I went quite a few years without smoking after like 10, I think like 10 to 12. I didn't smoke and maybe had a cigarette here and there or whatever, but yeah.
What do you think about the state of the vape industry?
Shit. Everyone's scared of the government.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah. Definitely.
But you might as well be. I mean, they've scared us since what, 2016?
Since forever, I think.
2016, but that's when they like ban hammer fucking everything. Yeah. No more nothing.
Yeah. We haven't talked about that in a little bit. So, yeah, there was like, as of August 8th, 2016, no new vape products could enter the market, which means like
4 fucking years now.
The market was frozen. No new flavors, no new coils, no new mods.
No new devices made in the United States. Everything in the United States.
Yeah.
Just in the United States.
Yeah. And then the FDA gave us a couple extensions.
Just on filing things.
Yeah. Because there's a extremely expensive and like insurmountable application process that every single product and SKU has to pass. They estimated at first each SKU would cost
a couple million, right?
It's like $300,000 to $500,000, I think, per SKU.
It's an asinine amount of money.
Yeah, for us it would have been like hundreds of millions or billions of dollars if we wanted to register all of our SKUs.
The FDA would be the richest organization inside the government.
Well, a lot of the money was for actual testing of the product, I think, and I don't know how much of it was like a fee that went right to the FDA, but they definitely got their cut.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, any business, if you buy it for 10, you sell it for 20.
So like everyone in the industry has
Yeah.
been waiting for that doomsday where it was like, okay, your tests have to be in and your applications have to be in, and now unless you're approved from the FDA, you can't sell any of these products. Everyone's been waiting for that for years, which has like stifled a lot of growth.
Oh yeah.
No new innovation to products, no new flavors. Like for us, we didn't open new locations. You know, a lot of people were like that in that same boat because there's a doomsday.
Yeah. And there's some innovation, but it's like people who make things here in the US, they draw it up and they send it overseas.
Yeah.
We're just sending
everything goes overseas.
We're just sending work overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I disagree with their premise the most of restricting new product innovation in the US. Like, you realize that any other country in the entire world, as far as I'm aware of, is just going to say, oh, money? Cool. Yeah, let's make it.
And they have.
And our retarded asses want to shove it out of the country. We want to restrict something where, yeah, we're getting a lot of hardware from China, but there's a ton of people that are making e-liquid in the U.S., and it's literally increasing our GDP.
Yep.
Nope.
The overseas thing was kind of a loophole. Last I knew, they were
they're supposed to be subject to the same shit, but it's very clear that they have not been.
They were trying to consider the wholesalers, manufacturers, and they were trying to close that loophole.
Dude, I remember when August 8th came around. Like, all the business owners
everybody was
swooping
tripping
up everything right before all that because we thought we weren't going to get nothing.
Yeah.
And then nothing stopped.
And then there's been continuous new hardware ever since.
Constantly. Constantly.
I mean,
but from overseas.
Maybe overseas sales are easier to falsify or whatever, but either way, it's been terrible for the U.S.
For the U.S.
There's been no net gain from restricting the ability of people here to be able to create new vape products, and it's been a terrible decision ever since.
Yeah. And
My opinion on it, I don't think will ever change.
No, and there's so much personal business growth that could be had from that. I mean, look back when you
there's
started,
so many people that could benefit from it.
Yeah,
Man.
you could take
not
money
even just business wise.
Like that was one of the easiest things to do was to as someone who had no background in business, is start a vape shop. I mean, I wanted to when I got into vaping. Hell yeah, I wanted to.
Which had its pluses and minuses because like there's plenty of opportunity for people. That also means a bunch of shitheads snuck their way into the industry and kind of ruined things.
Oh yeah.
Some of them did. But yeah, at this point we're like 30 days away.
Less.
From when everything has to be submitted, and then what?
At least filed initially, not necessarily entirely submitted.
Yeah, and then there's going to be some kind of FDA review process, which they're going to review every SKU that they got submitted.
If their computer doesn't crash.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I uploaded just my coils, it took forever, and then I tried to upload my sticker, my label, and I uploaded a label, and it took forever.
Yep.
And ever. It's
little
freaking label.
Extremely unfair.
And then I tried to assimilate that label with all the freaking SKUs. No. It didn't work. Yeah. It basically overloaded itself and kicked me out.
Yeah.
Like, so how am I supposed to having to go through multi-million SKUs?
Yes.
It's very inappropriate.
Yeah,
program.
Fuck the FDA, man. The FDA is a totally garbage organization, and I literally can't think of anything useful that they do at all. Can you guys think of one useful thing that the FDA does?
None.
Approve cigarettes.
That's it. And then they try to ban menthol cigarettes. Yeah. You know, and then they're like, oh, no, we're not going to ban it. We just wanted to scare you.
And I love how cigarettes get the bygone because of the master settlement agreement, which most people have no idea what that is. If you say MSA money or master settlement agreement to the average American, they're going to be like, oh, no, bro, I already went to college. They have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, what happened with Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
I think saying the FDA is completely useless probably is a stretch, but they definitely hamper a lot of businesses.
Okay. Sure, but I've never once heard of anybody justifying a single thing the FDA has ever done in my entire life period.
How are you going to
never?
How as a okay? So the FDA they handle medicine,
Food and Drug
Administration. So we're going to allow this drug that may cause seizures, paranoia, PTSD, death, leaky asshole. Like it doesn't matter. Death. I mean, look at what was that? Shantex. People were literally waking up in the middle of the night, not knowing what they were doing, driving around and getting in an accident. Yeah. One lady, I think I want to say, don't quote me, but I want to say that some lady killed her husband while she was on it.
Like she had a patch on at night or whatever?
Well, Shantex was a pill.
Oh, okay.
So they would sleepwalk and do all this shit.
Night terrors.
Yeah, night terrors. I mean, like
the concept is that without
I want to get
FDA,
some nicotine patches and just fucking bang them out and have some lucid ass dreams.
No, the Shantex. You got to take the pill.
All right. I'll take the pill. I'll take the fucking
only.
patches. I'll vape a shit ton of salt Nick before bed, and
Smoke
I'll
the
meet
gum.
Jesus or whatever.
Smoke the nicotine gum.
Yeah,
Nicorette.
and then dab a little DMT.
Run it.
Dabble do ya. But like the concept is that like if the FDA wasn't approving drugs, then there'd be a lot worse drugs out. You know, like literal snake oil.
Yeah. And it's motor oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like there is some
to some degree,
them,
yeah.
Obviously,
There's
as a government agency.
I personally think in the medical field.
Yeah.
And the food, like
I don't know. I don't even buy that, dude. What do you have a doctor for then?
So that to prescribe you those drugs.
Yeah, but if they know what drugs to prescribe you, then why do you need the FDA to approve them?
Because they
would make snake oil.
Yeah,
but isn't that up to your doctor to know what snake oil is?
The doctor's not going to test every pill that he prescribes.
Yeah, he's too busy looking at your colon.
Yeah, too busy checking asses. just trying to be fair about it. Like the FDA has a use, you know. I wouldn't say that they've never done anything, you know. Like, yeah,
I agree.
There should
They
be
have
some
I don't
use.
know, man.
There should
I
be
think,
someone approving drugs and shit, you know.
I think that we know that nicotine really isn't a drug; it's more of a stimulant.
Yeah, they shouldn't be regulating vapes, which I think was something Trump was trying to create, like a separate regulatory agency.
Yeah, he was. Well, so tobacco industry was like, wasn't it controlled by multiple different organizations inside the government before they created the FDA?
I can't. Yeah, I think so.
And that's whenever there was a bunch of dumb shit going on.
I think there was some kind of regulatory agency for tobacco, and then it got lumped with FDA. I don't know. Either way, yeah, all the fucking vape businesses in the country are about to be fucked.
Yeah.
What else?
fuck the
So,
FDA, dog.
But
My opinion doesn't change.
what are they gonna do? Just shut everything down?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to make money as a vape shop if you don't have products to sell.
So they're gonna.
So a lot of companies that have submitted, and I say that loosely because they've submitted like part 1 of their PMTAs, are hopefully, there's zero guarantee, will hopefully get a 1 to 2 year buy period where they're looks like they started their PMTA and they're allowed to continue that process throughout X time period, which is suspected to be 1 to 2 years. No guarantees again, of course. But yeah, that's the rough hope. You know, there'll probably still be major brands around for a year or two to come, I would strongly suspect. But who knows, man? That could be completely false, and they could literally just say, "Oh yeah, I see you guys haven't completed the process, and we're gonna need you guys to pull your product in 60 days or what." Nobody fucking knows.
It's likely that
Nobody knows.
Juul and a couple other brands will just make it through. You know,
Juul's making it through.
A couple of the big ones.
Juul's making it through. You already know that.
Juul and the IQOS.
Yeah. Well, they're basically ran now by Altria, the head executive of Altria.
Yeah.
Because all the head guys of Juul dipped out.
What I never understood is how IQOS got FDA approval before they like finished writing the rules for the shit.
That's the is that the Marlboro thing?
That's the power of the MSA.
That's
Funny?
the that's like the tobacco stick vaporizer
That they were selling over in Europe?
Yeah, that actually got FDA approved.
Yeah.
And it's like you guys are still figuring out.
Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah, you guys are still writing the rules for this shit. How does that happen?
And then that got passed.
Yeah.
Unsuspectedly by like way before anyone else's.
It's hard to keep up with the vape industry, and it's hard to stay motivated and keep fighting for it.
Definitely hard to stay motivated.
Yeah.
That's 100% true.
Yeah, because consumers don't give a fuck. They have no idea.
Yeah. And it's been a fight since not quite day one, but year 2 for us probably. Since 2016. Just constant fighting every day.
When I first started vaping and all that shit was happening with August 8th, Doomsday, Jason told me, I'm going to build as many places as I can, and when they shut me down, I'm just going to shut down and walk away. And
Who said that?
Jason. Vaping Juice.
Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy. It's been a while. That's what he said. He's like, I could build a store and have it's paid off within a year. You know?
It's pretty true.
Yeah.
You know, so all that money I'm going to make, I'm just going to store it away and walk away and start a different business, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty much everyone is going to have to do, and I think a lot of people are planning on doing. You know, like if we got shut down in, let's say, 30 days, what are we going to do? Have a going out sale, try to sell everything we can, and get into another business? But that's still tough. Expanding your business, making moves, investing in your business.
Yeah.
When it's like,
Oh, dude, it's difficult.
Yeah. You never know how far you're
I
going
mean,
to get
just-
with it.
Yeah, just look at your first year. Hell, that was rough.
Yeah.
You know?
Real rough. Yeah, and then
How comparable was that to the CBD shop?
A lot better.
The CBD shop was, or the vape shop?
The vape was better.
yeah. I don't know exactly numbers wise. We did better numbers the first year at the vape shop.
I
would
can
say.
almost guarantee it.
Yeah, we did for sure. Because I had my uncle paid off shortly after the first year. So at least, yeah, it paid for itself pretty much.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some like key differences. Like when we opened the vape shop 2014, that was like a huge time for innovation in the vape industry. Everyone was excited for it. People were fine spending the money on,
Yeah.
whatever setup.
Dude, anytime anything came out, pre-orders. Pre-orders were huge back then.
There's a lot more excitement for the vape industry.
Yeah. Now it's like, what stick you got?
Yeah.
What disposable you got? You know? Like, it's the individuals that are basically letting the industry tank itself,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
The most brilliant invention of the vape industry is definitely salt nicotine, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That is incredible, and I would probably say that is, in my opinion, probably the world's most addicting drug. Because nicotine's already placed as like number 1/2, and there's no way that nicotine by itself is as addicting as salt nicotine.
Nah, I don't know. It's a different
I
feeling.
mean, that's just incredible to me.
Tobacco gives you a way different feeling. Because if it didn't, people wouldn't go right back to it. Like, I got my cousin and her fiance off of cigarettes. Like, dude had a hard time getting off of cigarettes. And I got him off with salt nick. Right?
Some people need it.
Yeah. Got him off with that. And now they smoke every now and then. They didn't smoke for like a year.
It's impressive.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It is, man.
Yeah.
People that thought that they would be smoking till they're fucking dead.
Right.
Coming off.
Right. But it's like, why would you go back to that, to tobacco nicotine? Like, that's what is inside of that that's different. We don't know, because they don't make tobacco put labels on the cigarette.
Yeah, there's
For
like
ingredients.
900 chemicals, I think.
Yeah, it's like the only thing in the world that doesn't have to have a label of ingredients.
Oh, you can look it up. I'm sure there's no way they'd be able to fit it on the pack.
Well, no, but
Someone joked about that on the book the other day, and I said you would need a pack the size of a cereal box.
yeah, you would.
Or a
You really
QR code. We
Or
do
a
live in the
QR code.
21st century.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good idea. They should be forced to do that.
It should be an anti-tobacco lobbyist.
There should be. Where's the truth on that one?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck the truth, man.
Do you think that cigarettes should be banned for sale? Or do you think they should be allowed to sell cigarettes?
100% allowed.
I think if they do away with vape, they need to do away with cigarettes.
Yeah.
Just plain and simple.
Yeah.
You want to shut down a multi-billion-dollar industry. I mean, dude, in 2015, the reason. So when I did my research on it in 2015, it was $13 billion industry. It was fucking at its infancy. Like, it was so new. $13 billion already. It was estimated to grow $5 billion in the next 2 years. Like, that's why I wanted to get into it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a thriving market. Still is to a degree, but
Yeah, I think 2018, I was looking at a list of billionaires from 2018. There was 2 Juul execs, 2
Yeah.
Juul CEOs.
yeah. And at $50 a pop, that's what they were selling them at. When I first,
Yeah.
when I got one in 2015, I bought one because everyone was hyping it up, and I got it, and shit leaked all in my mouth, so I threw it away, and then it blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the Juul before it blew up. I was like, what is this?
Yeah,
It's delicious.
I really didn't expect it to do that.
they sold it at gas stations. Like, it was at the Speedway.
Salt nicotine hit me really different at first than it does now.
Yeah, it gave you a buzz.
Gave me a buzz, but also always call it like a chest hit. Like I remember feeling that.
Yeah, like kind of like your pulse stopped for a second.
Yeah, but it was just like almost like it wasn't even like a tightness in my chest. It was like a density kind of. I felt the hit in my chest more than my throat.
Yeah.
Now it's just like just fucking taking a sip of caffeine. You know?
I get that using this.
Yeah.
Still, I don't like it.
No.
That feeling.
Yeah,
that chest hit.
I liked it a lot at first.
I don't. I didn't mind it at first, but now
a new
it's
drug.
Like, yeah.
To make me feel funny.
Yeah, I get it every now and then. I don't like it.
I love it, dog. Salt Nick has always made me feel funny.
You love anything that makes you feel funny.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no better way to feel, man.
Yeah.
What am I going to feel? Fine? That's
Serious?
boring.
What's normal?
Important?
Outrageous.
I mean, dude, we're talking monkeys on an organic spaceship. Joe Rogan. How are you not going to feel funny?
Yeah.
What else you want to get into?
Yeah, what's new, Uncle Touchy?
There's not much new. Same shit every day.
You're sand blasting?
Cerakote.
I powder coat. Powder coat and Cerakote.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Powder coat and Cerakote. Yep.
Yeah.
I inhale horrible fumes all day and horrible powder.
You don't wear a mask?
I do.
But you
when I choose to. when I Cerakote, I wear a mask. Because that smells like you're sniffing pneumonia right to your nose. It's pretty bad. Yeah. But the powder can be pretty bad. Silvers and metallics. They could fuck up your lungs real quick.
Oh, I believe it, man.
Yeah.
It's not really a place for that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun though.
I could see it.
I enjoy it. I do.
What's Derek doing?
He's the one that blasts it.
Oh,
He sandblasts. Yeah.
Did you guys get busier, slower with the Rona?
Dude, the last month we've been pretty, like, it's dead to us, but it's, like, steady, you know? We did, we were doing probably 1,200-1,300 a day, which is okay, you know? But the month before last, I think we brought in 31,000 for the month. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know what to compare that to.
Pretty good. Normally they say like $1,000 a day is okay. If we make $1,000, we're doing okay. We're paying the bill, right? So it's kind of difficult because like things cost, like that computer desk over there could cost $300, whereas in like these we'd charge you probably $100 a piece.
Should we get these powder coated?
I mean, you could lime green.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Might make them a little tacky.
No. Same feeling.
No, I'm saying like just tacky look.
Oh.
Like, lime green. No, I'm.
Like, who put something on that?
They'll be fine. What are you talking about, Kurt?
Tacky.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's different because something, you can make like, okay, so let's put it in perspective. The other day we made we powdered some socket tumblers for Craftsman. And I think we got like $1,200 a piece. Right? I was able to do 2 in a day. Plus had time to do other shit. So that was a really good day. And we did 6 of them. So I was able to do that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
You guys running that bitch?
Yeah, there's 3 of us. So me, my brother, and then another guy. It's just us because the owners are teachers. One teaches in DeKalb, one teaches out in North Boone.
That's weird.
Yeah. I mean, I'm used to it because when I ran the shop,
Yeah.
the owner wasn't there very much.
Fucking douchebag.
Fucking guy. So I'm used to it. It doesn't bother me.
It's weird.
Like I've told them before, I'm like, because they've asked me, like, you think it's right for us as owners not to be there? I'm like, dude, it's like there's a bunch of businesses out there where owners own shit and they're not there.
Yeah.
It's the job of the employee to operate as such as he was the owner. Like, if you give a shit about your job, you're gonna run it like it's your own place. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And you should do so. So don't feel bad for not being here. Like, I get it.
It's just interesting they have like a company like that and are teaching.
It's been around a long time. I think like 20 some years.
Hmm.
They bought it from their dad, and they're still running it, just kind of like behind the scenes. They still get emails for quotes because we do a lot of industrial shit, a lot of big stuff. We have the biggest oven in Rockford, so we get a lot of big stuff.
A lot of buns in that oven. Huh?
A lot of buns.
Yeah.
A lot of buns. I don't know if I'd eat anything out of it.
I'd do it.
Powdery.
It would taste fucking horrible. So powder is a polymer. So it's basically a powdered form of plastic, right? To some degree.
Gotcha.
So you spray it on the metal and it attracts through electricity. And then when you bake it, it melts it out and now it's covered.
Gotcha.
So
That's powdering.
Welcome to the Sham Show.
Powder
With Kelly.
So, yeah.
So, do you want to talk about doing drugs?
Sure. What do you want to know about it?
You did drugs?
I have.
What's the best drug?
That I've done ecstasy.
What'd you do on X? Were you fucking?
Oh, yeah.
Were you dancing?
People say that when you fuck on X, nothing else compares. What do you think about that?
Were you lumberjacking?
I feel like that's some made up shit. That's
To a
some
degree.
radio
I mean, I
shit.
have some pretty fucking outstanding sex. So, like, not like, okay, sober. I have some pretty outstanding sex. Like, so to compare that, you can laugh all you want, Marco. You can laugh all you want.
Well, that's what we're getting into next, right?
That's why I don't give a shit. When I had sex on X, yeah, that was probably the first time. It was pretty all right, I guess. I mean, I don't really remember much. I definitely stuck it in her butt.
Oh yeah.
I stuck it in her butt.
That's how you know you're having a good time.
No, the dick.
Oh.
Yeah. The dick, yeah.
Okay.
Boof this.
Yeah. So it was you don't necessarily like sunlight when you're on X. That's why it's usually done at night or in dark places.
Why is that?
Hurts your eyes because your eyes are so dilated, I'm assuming. Not a
It's
scientist.
sensitive.
Very. Yeah. Dude, we used to get the little Vicks sticks. You know that you'd inhale?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we would blow it in each other's eyes. And around your eyes and under your nose. Yeah. There was some intense shit.
With Vicks vapor rub?
Yeah. No, the stick. So basically you're blowing the air around your eye,
Without drugs?
Maybe not in the eye. No. On ecstasy.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's just a
it
sensual
elevated
thing.
Yeah, it elevated it a lot. So ecstasy is a very touchy thing.
Yeah.
Like if you touch something, it's a sensory receptor. So the funny thing about that is they're actually making that legal for counseling, couples counseling.
Oh, you're
I
not
wanna
happy?
say it is.
Here's some artificial
Right.
happiness.
Right.
You guys love each other now?
Right.
Do you?
Because it was invented for that. Yes. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, it was invented for couples therapy.
That's genius, dog.
And then people loved
Who needs
it.
to be really happy when you can just be artificially happy?
Right. Well, yeah. Well, it makes people talk about their shit that they don't want to talk about. It opens you up to do a lot of things you wouldn't do normally. So I would say outside of X, mushrooms would be my second best
Really?
drug. Yeah, mushrooms are very.
What's
good.
the most mushrooms you've ever taken at once?
An eighth.
Same.
Yeah. That's all you
I
need.
don't like it.
That's all you don't like it?
Not really.
No, I didn't mind it.
I like parts of it, but I like the takeaway from it. But I don't know, man. Just don't like being out there like that. Can't think. Can't like tell what's going on, and
I watched Pink
can't
Floyd.
rationalize anything. Yeah, Pink Floyd on mushrooms. Probably pretty.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
I probably just play the fucking Dark Side of the Moon album like 6 times.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd do that anyways.
yeah, it was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I would do. We would take the mushrooms, shut the door to the house, fucking watch a movie, trip out. I was younger. How old was I? I was 18.
Mm.
I was 18.
Yeah, I think I was 19 the last time
You?
I did any mushrooms.
I'm 25.
How old?
I was 19 the last time I tried
19.
a bunch of mushrooms, I think.
Yeah, I really like having sex on shrooms.
Didn't?
Did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was just telling Kurt yesterday, I think,
Yeah.
because we talk about this stuff, that like it felt so good. I didn't know if I was coming or not for like
Right.
hours.
Yeah.
I was like, no, no,
No.
oh god, oh, no.
She's still hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never had sex on mushrooms.
yeah.
Probably pretty similar to ecstasy.
Bruh, I don't
I'd
even know how you
imagine-
had sex on mushrooms, dog. I think if I was gonna go to have sex on mushrooms, I'd be like, work, damn it!
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then, like, I would be like, would I normally do this?
You have to be able to stand whoever you're boning.
I don't even know, man.
You were able
It's
to?
Just like, I
Yeah,
can't.
for
The
that
problem
one
is I
time.
can't stand myself when I'm on shrooms, man.
There was one time that I took shrooms, and I was with my ex.
I did hit up a homie about some DMT though. Stay tuned.
I wouldn't mind doing that. DMT?
It's great from my experience.
What does it do?
I mean, I didn't do a whole ton of it, but I took like a dab of it. And you're supposed to like hold it in, and then when I exhaled, I felt probably the most euphoric I've ever felt in my life.
What did it like mentally? What did it do to you? Like, did it open up your mind to a lot of shit? Like Rogan,
not really.
Rogan says.
Not at my dosage that I took.
No.
I just felt like really fucking happy, and like not in like a dirty
How long did you think it lasted?
I could tell. I didn't lose a sense of time or anything like that, and it's short lived. Like if you ever smoked salvia, you can pretty much feel yourself coming down from it.
What's salvia? Is that K2 crap?
Salvia is a dissociative plant. It's
Not K2.
Salvinorum something, I think, is the active compound, and they extract it from the salvia plant and then spray it back on the leaves, so you can buy like 40x or 80x, which is 40 times the original concentration of it in the plant. But it's like a dissociative, and a lot of people like trip out really hard on it and don't like it. But
Yeah, we did it a couple times. I think I did it once.
I smoked it probably 3 times when you bought that from Cali.
Yeah, I thought I just did it once.
I would 10 out of 10 do it again. Super fun.
I don't even know how to describe it except for just like very intense.
It feels like you're
I
like
just had like
Salvia?
yeah.
it feels like you're seeing sounds almost.
yeah.
You get a sense of that dissociative factor, but like I don't know. That doesn't really fuck me up. It's not
Right.
like shrooms where you're tripping out like and
Yeah.
can't think straight shit. It's like being I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
the closest thing I can compare it to is being like super fucking high. Like where you're so high that like it's hard for you to like oh, this is going on right now. Like you're just out of it, you know? You're
Right,
whack.
right.
Twack.
So you should stay home.
I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but you know,
Don't
maybe.
drive around.
Yeah,
Just don't drive around.
probably not.
Yeah.
Not recommended.
Yeah.
Oh, you did crack, right?
Great segue. Yeah. I've done that. I've done coke, yeah. And that. Most people would not know that
Fuck no.
by talking to me.
I knew you were a crackhead for the. No, I'm kidding.
I was very
I wouldn't
bingy
have been
when I
able to
was
tell.
younger. You know?
Just
So
trying.
yeah, I mean,
Going on little benders.
well, my ex got me into it. Like,
Hmm.
I was really against cocaine when I was younger. And then my ex brought some home one night, and she was banging it, man. Like, that's some hardcore shit. So she let me do a little line or whatever, and I guess I liked it. I couldn't tell you what the fuck it does.
Yeah, I've heard really mixed reviews.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, yeah, that's just a waste. And a lot of people are like, oh, dude.
Yeah, because they're on it. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't
100%.
like. Yeah, I don't. I can honestly tell you, I do not know.
It's a love or don't care for it relationship.
Yeah, I mean, it, dude, this should have ruined your life, for sure. I've seen it happen. My ex was still messed up in this shit. Hell, she's in prison right now. You know,
Will she get popped up?
selling dope to a cop.
Nice.
Yeah, after getting out for selling dope. Yeah. I don't even think she was out 2 months. Like, you don't learn your lesson the second time or third time? Like, this is her third strike.
Yeah, you get 3 felonies in life, right?
Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure.
Pretty sure that's
But
what it is
I mean,
in Illinois.
fuck, man, you got 4 kids, and this is what you choose to do. Like, that's the shit that like weirds me out.
Yeah, she should have had her kids selling it. They just would have gone to juvie.
Well, no. So because she was such a fuck up, her ex-boyfriend or the kid's parent, the kid's dad has custody of the kids, and
You know she's fucked up at that point.
yeah, oh yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah. I mean, in Illinois, the government will give any mother the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mom's at least gonna see the kid, unless you're really fucked it up.
Yeah.
I think I like cocaine.
I mean, it doesn't. I don't know what it does except for keep you up. I couldn't tell you. I mean, it increases your heart rate.
So you felt it? Like
Yeah, I mean, you fucking start geeking out, and like you feel your body gets intensified.
Were you doing stuff while you were on it?
Watching out the windows.
Yeah. I feel like that's a drug that you would like want to be doing something.
Okay, so that was out towards Elgin when I was living in Elgin for a couple months. Like we just sat in the house and did it. Very weird, very awkward. Now that I look at like once I was away from there, I was able to be like, what the fuck was I doing? Right. So then I came back out here and got a different job out this way, and then started working with a buddy, and he's like, hey, you want to go get some coke? And I was like, I guess. And so what we would do is after work we'd stop and get some beers, some 20-ounce Budweisers, drive around town and fucking snort coke. Then I said to hell with it, and then we started doing crack. We'd literally drive around town doing that shit all night.
Hell yeah.
No, hell yeah. Like that was probably one of the worst times when I look back and think, I mean, that was fucking dumb.
What do you do driving around town smoking crack? Smashing mailboxes?
No, we're just driving around.
Just driving?
A normal fucking person driving down the road. Like, I mean, I don't know what, like, I honestly couldn't tell you what.
Is it a good drive, usually?
Yeah, I mean, we were driving around.
Yeah.
We'd stop at a couple people's houses, share it with them, leave. You know, it was weird. It was some weird shit. I wouldn't do it again. That's for sure.
Would you recommend doing it?
No.
Try it once.
Definitely a waste of time and money. No, don't try it once.
Kelly
This shit's
says
horrible.
try it once, everyone.
This shit's horrible. Try ecstasy once. Ecstasy and mushrooms. That is what I tell people to try. Like,
Together or independently?
Independently. Try those. I mean, at least you're going to have fun on those. You know?
Yeah. At least they're not crack.
Yeah. And they're cut with crack.
If you get the good ones, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't get the heroin cut ones. Those are bad.
Oh,
Those are
man.
horrible for you.
Shrooms cut with crack.
Yeah. Well, cocaine. Do you know that?
No.
No. Not shrooms. Ecstasy.
Oh, yeah.
Ecstasy is cut with coke and heroin and fuck God knows what else.
No.
Fentanyl. Yeah, nowadays fentanyl. Yep. Yeah, that's all I've done other than weed.
Always got to smoke a little weed.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done it in a long time. I don't like the high.
I get it.
Yeah.
Not for
CBD,
everybody.
I could do CBD.
CBD is so
Yeah.
mellow.
Yeah.
I don't understand people that won't try CBD.
It's crazy. You're in pain or you can't sleep.
Try
What
it
do you have to
first.
lose?
Try it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just gets a bad rap from marijuana.
That's it. Really, it does.
Yep.
Which is weird in this day and age.
It is.
You have any good Belvedere police brutality stories?
No, every time I've been arrested, I've never been brutalized. I mean, look at the riot, or was it last week? They said they were going to shut down the city market. Was it last week that they had that little thing out at the police station? I think it was last week or the weekend
Mhm.
before.
Did
And
you
they're
see
like-
the video that I posted about that?
No.
It was some dude there that was yelling at Marco when we drove through.
Oh yeah. I seen that. Yeah, I seen that. That's kind of fucked up. How did they know it was you?
Just be recognized.
Weren't you in the Lexus?
Yeah.
I thought you were in the vape mobile.
No,
No.
just
I
in
really
my car.
I'm like, he's got to be in the vape mobile. How the fuck do they know who he
Just
was?
happened to be the one fucking dude that recognized my face.
From that Rockford racist?
Either that or we'd met before or something. I don't even know who the dude was. He had a face mask on. Hey, Marco. What do you say? Hey, Marco, you piece of shit.
He's
dick,
a piece of
bitch.
shit racist or
Yeah.
a piece of shit bitch. He's a racist. Marco's vapor. Blah blah blah.
He was trying to embarrass us. Marco's Vapor right here. He's a racist piece of shit. We're like, woo. Woo woo.
And we all know you're not.
Yeah.
Like, that's the shit part about it.
Yeah. But there's no way to.
What is it?
can't.
Because you support Trump, right?
Yeah.
That's how they argue, man. They just call you names.
Yeah.
And it's the word's been thrown around so much that how do you define it, and then how do you
Racist?
and how do you prove that you're not? Like, they say that Trump's racist or I'm racist, and
Yeah,
it's
you can't
oh,
go
let
through
me
an
prove
account
that I'm
of
not. Here's my fucking
everybody's
here's my
entire
black
life.
friend. I gave money to a black person once. I fucking
Right.
it's
Even though Trump's done a hell of a lot for the black community. Like, how is he
Yeah.
racist?
lowest black unemployment ever.
Ever.
It's one of those
Yep.
things that you can accuse people of without any evidence, and then you kind of just can't deny it.
Yeah, it's like saying a kid's got ADD.
Yeah, or if
You can't even prove that.
or if a girl says that a guy's creepy,
Right.
it's like, well,
Oh, yeah.
I guess she said he's creepy.
Yeah.
And the more you try to disprove it, the creepier you
Yeah,
seem.
the creepier you seem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
creepy. I tell you what, I'm creepy.
I'll show you creepy.
Yeah, give me your shoulders.
Smell your hair.
Yeah.
Let me take a sniff off you like I'm Joe Biden.
But,
And then I've had the Trump conversation time and time again. When he said that a lot of illegal Mexicans happen to be drug dealers and rapists, crossing the border illegally.
the
It's
truth.
true, but then someone can just say that's racist, and then it's like,
It's not. It's stereotypical.
okay,
You know what's
Where do we
happening
go
though
from
is
here?
that
Right. You're
is
at a
that-
stalemate.
yeah.
by them overutilizing the term racist or a phobe or whatever, they're depleting the value of its meaning.
Yeah.
So pretty soon, in 10 or 20 years, calling somebody a racist will barely mean anything. It'll
Yeah.
be like,
Fuck it.
oh, yeah, I didn't fucking give my reparations,
It's
so
already
I'm a
happening
racist.
now.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that's
It's depleting its
definite thing.
meaning, and it's they're exhausting their last meaningless argument.
Yeah.
And it's not even an argument; it's just an expletive. It's just something to call somebody anymore.
Yeah, anymore.
Yep.
It's just filler.
Yeah. It says, "Oh, I don't have a comprehensive argument against your policies, so I'm just going to give you something that's a generally derogatory name."
Right.
Pretty much like desensitizing people to actual racism.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's really terrible.
Yeah, to a degree, I think it is. I mean, but if it's going to desensitize it, I mean, obviously it's going to go away, right? That would be
No,
should go away. It
like
wouldn't
what
be
I'm
considered
saying
racist
is
anymore.
they'll still be racist though, as a thing. So
Right.
then when someone's like, this person's an actual racist,
They're just overusing
they
the
actually
label.
won't
hate
even know
black
it.
people, then it's just
Yeah.
a dime
Yeah.
a dozen. It's
Yeah.
another racist.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
It'll become the pedophilia scheme.
Yeah, it's like saying, think about 100 years ago, if you called somebody a bitch, it meant something. Now if you call somebody a bitch, they're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm somebody's bitch.
I know I
Right.
am.
Right, like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. You're depleting the value of its meaning just by overutilizing it.
Yeah. And that's just an easy cop out like that.
Yeah, it's a cop out for having an actual argument
Yeah, when you
in many cases.
don't have a leg to stand on, you bring in the children or you call them racist or, it's just another tactic.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Which I think it's kind of funny because then you see like
it's hilarious.
just yesterday, one of my friends who would be like the type to call people racist when they're not left leaning, name calling kind of guy. He posted on Facebook that someone called him a racist for posting a GIF with like a black person in it. It was like a funny GIF with a black person. I don't know. I didn't even see the GIF. But he's like, oh, okay, apparently now I'm racist because it's like, yeah, you see, bro? Like, they'll fucking turn on you.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
Because
dude.
anyone can fling that word.
Yeah.
Now you're
Dude,
racist.
yeah.
The worst part about cancel culture is that those people don't even care about your business or your products and services that you provide. They're literally just naysayers. So you can appease those people and apologize and do absolutely any and everything that you can to make it right with those people, and they won't give you a fucking cent. They don't give a fuck.
No, a lot of people don't.
No. They're just out there because, man, it gets into the social media shit. Social media gives people who shouldn't have a voice. Point blank.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nobodies on social media that become somebodies because they say, oh, he touched me appropriately. He said this. He did that. Like, fuck that shit, dog.
Right.
Like, imagine trying to do that in the 90s. What are you going to do? Write a letter to corporate? Tell all fucking 35 of your friends?
Yeah.
Now you can get on Twitter and make a fucking tweet and reach thousands of people if it's involving a social issue or whatever.
Right. And you don't even have to be honest about it.
No. You can make shit up.
Yeah. And people are going to believe them.
Yep.
It's sad.
It's fucked up,
It's
dude.
really, really, really fucked up. The way that everything's
like
gone,
you said
especially
earlier,
in the last
man.
5 years.
This new generation's fucked.
Yeah. They're literally the one. What has history shown us? To the younger kids, nothing, because they don't seem to fucking remember. Like,
You've been around a couple years longer than me and Kurt. Are things really as bad as they seem? Like, are things worse than they ever have been as far as censorship and the cancel culture and corruption and like the state of the world and the economy? Like,
I can't tell if it's worse or if it's just more publicized.
I think it's more
No.
publicized.
Yeah.
It's got to be more publicized. I mean, when was it? When did phones come out?
fuck.
I mean, hell, that wasn't
Popularized mid 2000s. 05.
even. No, they weren't even.
I mean,
that
they
big,
were-
and they weren't. So I graduated in 04. Right.
And
So
how
we're talking-
and as a guess, how much of your graduating class of 18-year-olds had a cell phone?
None.
None? Wow. That's surprising. I
They
figured
weren't-
at
they
least some of
weren't,
them would have had it.
We still had like home phones.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even think my mom had a phone.
So would you like hit your girlfriend up on the home phone?
Yeah. Yeah. Back then, you called people
They wrote letters
from home, or you just showed up at their
crazy.
house, knocked on their fucking door.
That's crazy,
Like,
dude. You could
Dude,
you
I've
do
been
that
to
now.
houses that got mats. If you didn't call or text before, don't knock on the door. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you're that sheltered and scared for someone to knock on the door and you're not going to answer?
Yeah. No solicitors.
Right. Like, it's completely, it's completely different. It's sad to see the state that we're in because of what I was in. You know, like from riding your bike around, hey, I'm going to go see my friend down here. We go knock on their door, or we just open the door, you know, into your friend's house. Now everything's locked. You got to call before or text before, you know.
Yeah, it seems that an attempt for unity has kind of backfired.
Yeah. Everyone's afraid to answer the door.
Yeah.
I bet you it was the Mormons that did it.
Mormons ruined door knocking.
Or,
I mean, when someone knocks
the
on my door,
Jehovah's
I'm always
Witnesses.
like peeking.
Yeah.
You know, is it the fucking Mormons again?
Yeah.
Bastard.
I hope they come to my door. I'm gonna answer that bitch butt ass naked and start jerking off.
No, listen. To
I'm thinking about Jesus. I'm thinking about Jesus. I'm thinking about Jesus. Is it your Jesus? What are you doing, bud?
You should
while
maybe-
listening to Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
You should ID them before you do that.
Yeah.
It's my house. I live here.
You still can't jerk off in front of children.
What are they gonna do? Record it? I'm in my house.
They probably got a cell phone.
Yeah.
I bet I could get away with it.
Or you can't jerk off in front of. Never mind.
You gotta hold your dog while you're doing it.
Yeah.
You gotta hold that fluffy little fucker.
Yeah. Come here, Macy. That's fucked up, dude. You're telling me I can't pleasure myself in my own house?
No, dude.
You
You
actually-
can't jerk off
You
in front
actually
of children.
can't in front of windows. I know.
Yeah, Jesus.
You can in front of windows?
Yeah, it's a thing. This
Like
dude
a legal
got
thing?
yeah.
You can't show your dick to children.
So can
Right.
you have sex in front of a window?
No, it's public indecency at that point.
Well, why are they looking at my house?
It's a gray area, man. But like, let's say your house is by a high school and you're jerking off in front of that front window, you can get in trouble for that. What you
Does that
thought was
change things now
That's
for you?
fucked
You're
up.
like, fuck, I gotta get
That's-
curtains.
really
No, I mean I got curtains, but like, wow.
right? Yeah, I mean, if it's just your face, you'll probably get away with it.
Damn, I gotta stop doing that.
So there's no use for
As
for
long as you're
windows
not
now.
exposing yourself to the outside of your house, it's fine.
That's free porno for everyone else. Why are they complaining?
Children.
Because
Oh, the children.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
always about the children.
Damn it,
Yeah.
guys.
yeah.
Good thing I live in an elderly neighborhood.
There's still no free passes, Uncle Touchy,
Oh.
unfortunately.
All right.
Unless you live in like the middle of nowhere, maybe. Then you could probably jerk off in front of your window.
On a bale of hay.
Yeah, bale of hay, or even
Don't you live in like the middle of nowhere.
even your
kinda?
straight up like
No.
front
Do you have
window.
neighbors?
Yeah, I got neighbors.
Oh, I thought you had land.
No.
Oh,
All right.
I wish I
So
had one.
maybe
That'd be
instead
nice.
Yeah.
of opening
Yeah.
the door and jerking off furiously in front of the religious salesman, I'll just open up with a sock over my dick. Because nobody can complain about that.
Cocksock.
Even though I get slut shamed on Snapchat for posting almost nude pictures.
slut
That's-
shamed.
I do.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, it's bogus, man.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Tired of seeing your pubes.
You don't get numbers or anything?
Huh?
You don't get offers or numbers or nothing?
Maybe once or twice.
That's nice.
I haven't taken advantage of it yet,
No?
but I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'd be skeptical to see that.
What do you mean?
Like how often that would happen if you did that on a daily basis.
Just posted naked pictures?
Yeah. How long do you think that would last?
For what last?
Like before anything happened? Like would they shut your account down? They tell you to stop.
Nah, I don't have any kids on my
I'd
account.
delete you for sure. That would happen.
I'll make a new account. I'm gonna call it fucking Miss Cutie Pants and add like 50 guys and then just start beating off on it.
Dude. Oh,
God damn it.
I thought they just didn't regulate the private one. You could start at my OnlyFans.
Well, I mean that's the thing. I don't even post my junk or any technical nudity.
They're
and I still get slut shamed.
They're not.
I was arguing with this chick about it last weekend. She's like, "Well, you just shouldn't do that." And I was like, "Why? Why?" And it's like, think about it in reverse. What if you were posting pictures of yourself almost naked? And I was like, "Oh, you just shouldn't do that."
Right.
Guess what that's called? 100% without a doubt, slut shaming.
Right. It is.
Equality, bitch.
Wow.
Try me out.
Woo woo. You should get your
Anyways,
nipples
now I'm a
pierced.
feminist.
You should get some. You should get your nipples pierced.
Maybe that would be pretty
Do
funny.
it. Do it. And then you grow your
Can
hair
I
a
just
little
do
bit
it myself?
longer, and then do like a Doors album cover.
Yeah, I do get the Jim Morris look.
Yeah.
Get Jim Morris and more popularly Keanu.
Oh yeah.
Everybody thinks that.
That'd be nice if you were him.
Guess he's doing a Bill and Ted remake too. So
Yeah.
that's just gonna get really popular again. In
And
like
he owns a
6
motorcycle
months.
company.
Keanu does?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I forget what it's called, but it's Canadian based.
Damn, I should look
Of course he
into that.
does. Canadian-based motorcycle company.
I think Keanu Reeves is the only celebrity I can think of that wasn't on Epstein's island. Like, I saw some lists or some shit, which I don't know how true they are, but like, just based off of that.
He didn't fly over on Lolita. Could
No.
have still been on the island.
And he swam over with his dog.
Yeah.
He might have.
Yeah, what about all the fucking rich people and celebrities with private jets? Which is like most of them probably.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, I'll get my own ride. Where's that?
I think they
list?
had enough room to park all those planes.
Yeah.
What's up with what's up with the Ghislaine or Ghislaine or whatever her fucking weird ass name
She
is?
dead yet?
Yeah, she dead yet or did
No,
she
no.
write yet?
But someone. Okay, I'm gonna. Can we bring up Facebook on this? Someone made a Facebook post, saying something about they took her off of Suicide Watch. Yeah, and then I post.
Sounds like a bad idea.
I totally commented. She's about to find out how Epstein died.
100%, dog.
100%.
Or that
Bet.
meme where it's the dude with the face. It's like, and
Yeah.
it says, when you see the security camera go out, when Ghislaine Maxwell sees her security camera go out,
Yeah.
you know her butthole would be puckered
yeah.
up, dog.
Oh yeah. What would you do in that situation?
In Ghislaine Maxwell's
Yeah.
situation, play with myself a lot. It'd be pretty dope to be a woman and just fucking go ham,
Just fondle
dude.
yourself.
Like, check me out on the security
He
cam.
wouldn't go lean on the jizzin'.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, there would
So
be
you try
no
to-
lean.
So you try to
jizzing.
fire hose him away.
I would just act absolutely insane, dude. I would become insane. Therefore, anything you can say like is just less credible. You have to discredit yourself when you're inherently guilty and looking at life like that. You know, like I don't know. That's kind of like my immediate reaction. I don't really know what I would do.
So just play the crazy card.
I mean, if I had like done some of the shit that she might have been involved in, maybe I would have just killed myself like a respectable person. But, you know, she's like captive now or whatever. What would you do?
I don't know. I would hope I'd never be in that situation.
I would
Yeah.
not rape children to
Yeah,
begin with.
definitely not. Rape
Yeah,
children.
exactly. But you have to look past that and assume that you already raped them and it was you. That was Lane Jizz.
I
That
would do
was-
whatever I could to keep raping children then, I guess.
Stay out of the arms of the law.
Yeah. Don't get caught.
Go over to the fucking, where is that, China or something?
I was listening to Ben Shapiro and Joe Rogan actually, and they were talking about what to do to fix, I think, Minneapolis or Chicago, And Ben said that, well, first off, and this is going to be an extremely unpopular opinion, you got to flood that place with police, right? You got to make it safe. And so businesses can open up there. Because businesses aren't going to open up in a shitty part of town. Not small businesses, not big businesses, no business.
Right.
Why the fuck would you?
Right.
You'd be insane.
Yeah.
And, that's kind of the point, like let them protect the community so the economy can be built in that community. But people don't fucking get it. They just want to rip them apart and point out select incidences where maybe they were over the line, or highlight the 15 unarmed black men that were killed in 2019. Like statistic anomalies like that.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah. Or
Send
they
the
want to
fucking- send people
defund it instead of like, let's see, if you want your police to be better, you're going to need more training. How the fuck is that going to happen with less funding?
Right.
That's just completely insane.
It doesn't happen.
That's some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Right.
If you think defunding the police is a good idea, you support one of the dumbest ideas I've ever heard in my fucking life. Fuck you.
Surprised AOC never came up with that.
She's probably behind it.
Kill all the cows.
Farting too much?
Yeah.
She's kind of hot, though.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I'd stick it in her Green Party.
Her Green Party?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like a big marijuana thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Send the cops in, man. Dude, if people did shit peacefully, like I get that shit doesn't happen peacefully on a reverse, right? But if you're going to protest some shit, like do it to where people are going to give a shit, not want to back away from the situation.
Yeah, I've been extremely unimpressed with BLM notions here in town because out of all the resources that there are, they have utilized basically none of them. Like, think about it in terms of just selling something. And if you think the best way to sell something is to just go march around in the street, you're a fucking retard.
Right.
Come on, dog. You couldn't recruit a single work union. You couldn't do a workers' strike for it. You couldn't recruit a single local business to have a platform to stand on. You can't make anything more legit than a fucking Facebook page. Dog, I can do that shit with my eyes closed. You guys need to do better if you really want to stand up for something.
Yeah.
You're a fucking joke.
Right.
I don't even inherently disagree with your messages. You guys are just marketing it like fucking retards.
And a lot of people don't agree with it. A lot of black people don't agree with it.
Oh, well, I mean,
so where's
it doesn't matter what color you are, dude. If you're logical, you're not going to agree with it.
Well, no, but what I'm saying, like pertaining to them, Black Lives Matter. Okay, but why do you have black people that don't agree with your message?
Because
Like,
it pushes additional agendas,
it
like
does.
the reparations,
Yep.
which is what I most firmly disagree with.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, let's go back to characterizing people by skin color to see if they qualify for benefits.
Right.
Yeah, brilliant fucking idea.
Right.
That is some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. What are you going to do? Take a fucking spectrogram of my skin and be like, oh, yeah, you're black enough. You qualify. You get benefits now.
Right.
What are you going to do? Fucking trace your ancestry? That's maybe feasible, but even that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I agree.
Everyone take an ancestry test.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yep.
Pee and spit in this cup
Everyone.
or whatever, and we're going to figure out what you're actually made out.
So who would pay the reparations though? That's what I don't get. Like, I'm German.
Uncle Sam would pay it.
What? Like,
Yeah, taxpayers and businesses.
I think that they've been
whom,
pushing. I could be totally wrong about
To
this.
black people.
So to black people
so-
specifically
so
for
if
slavery.
I was a person of color, I would get a check in the mail.
Yeah, they've. I believe. I don't know if it's BLM in particular that pushes for it, but they're talking about like doing huge federal government payouts to people of color.
That's ridiculous.
It's an agenda. Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Like the local
and that goes
Rockford
along with-
chapter believes in that. BLM.
That they should be given reparations.
Yeah. That's where they lost me. I went to one of their rallies and tried to support them and then got called racist and that we should be giving discounts to people of color. And I was like, nope. Fuck that.
Well, my check better not be short. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's what we know, and now you know too. Because if you just listen to all that stuff, good on you.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. Good luck. You're gonna fucking need it.
Remember, take ecstasy and mushrooms.
Yep.
Boom.
That's the biggest takeaway.
We need to legalize ecstasy and mushrooms.
It is. They're trying to push it through. They already got the ecstasy. For psychiatric
And I don't mean legalize
For
like Illinois legalized
medicinal.
weed.
It's medicinal.
Illinois fucked that shit up.
Yeah.
Kelly, thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
Fuck
Thanks for
yeah,
Glad to have
dude.
you back.
Yeah.
We got into some real shit.
Yeah.
Woo woo, baby.
Until
All right.
next time.
Until next time.
It's a wrap.